What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to GVTV. That's right, Good Vibes Television. I am one of three. I am RL, and with me tonight, as always, the lovely Savvy E. And somewhere either up top or to the bottom or left or right or whatever you want to say, it's the man, DJ PRS1.
What up, folks?
Hey, what's good? Hey, before we even get into this, we got to talk about this weekend because the sneaker event was this weekend and it was excellent. It was really nice. Savvy, salute to you and your team for doing a tremendous job on putting that together and just black creativity. And it just felt so good to see so many black people in the house, everybody in there on that positive thing, and everybody smiling, laughing, having a good time, carefree. Salute to you and your team. Y'all did a fabulous job.
Thank you. So I want to say thank you to Mr. Calypso, especially Mr. Tony, the organizer, for putting this together. I really appreciate that he allowed me to come on board and help him make this be successful. Like, it was really successful. We reached our goal. You know, when we first started, he said that we didn't, but then he got a phone call and that person donated the rest of the money to the fundraiser. So we were happy about that. So it was a lucky mother that won $10,000.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah, that's right there. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And I think the crazy thing is, right? I think PRS1 and I we were next to Tony maybe 2 minutes after y'all reached y'all goal because he mentioned it to us.
Okay.
That y'all reached y'all goal, so that was really big, really big. Happy to see the smile on his face. You can see he was like,
yes,
yep.
But I don't think anybody would have been mad with $9,999. So I mean,
right, right, not at all. I know I wouldn't have been.
Hell no, I can bum $1. You know, 4 quarters, $10, 20 nickels, 100 pennies. I can get in front of Dunkin' Donuts and have a cup or something to just bum it.
Yeah, but it was great to see. It was great to see y'all there doing your thing, representing Good Vibes Television.
It was fun.
Good. It was good.
You know, it was so many beautiful women there. I got to get up on Savage, which that was my highlight. You know, Kimmy, is her name Kim? Am I pronouncing her Kimmy?
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
She's a beautiful person in person. Like she just
very down to earth.
So full of energy, you know, so full of life, friendly, you know, just beautiful people, you know, but to be able to get up on Savage, that was that was my highlight.
Oh my God. So yeah, I just love, I mean, even though, I knew what was going to go on, but sometimes when you're just doing it and you see everything come together, it's like the biggest relief ever. But people be asking me like, do you be nervous or anything? I don't be nervous anymore. I used to, but I'm not nervous. My thing is, I just can't wait to see the product come together. Then the only thing is sometimes in the back with the stuff that people don't see, yeah, that's a little stressful and everything, but I'm starting to learn how to kind of let the people that be in the back handle it and only come back there when I need to. But for the most part, I just stood by the DJ. I told the DJ, I said, man, you becoming best friends because I'm always standing by the DJ doing the show, making sure he get that music right. Like,
right.
That's on cue. Yeah, that's one big part of it. So, and I had to call Mr. Tony down. Lord Jesus, I'm shocked he ain't called me yet because I had to keep telling him, can he go sit down, have a drink somewhere? Like, just calm down. We got this. Just enjoy yourself.
Well, all he had to do was walk over there and have some of that special popcorn.
Yeah,
that was there. You know, shout out to the
or the juice.
Yeah, the juice. Or and I'm gonna tell you, I almost got caught up. I was
afraid to drink water.
Yeah, like I wanted some of the shrimp. It was shrimp, spinach, something, and it looked so good.
Yeah.
And PRS1 son had to tell me what she was saying because I was in man mode. I was listening, but I wasn't hearing.
Right.
You know, and she said, you know, I like to get high and I like to cook. I just put it together. I didn't hear the high part. So I didn't know she put marijuana up in the food, right? Food laced, it looked so good though. So I mean, it was a really good time. It looked so, I mean, just to see Black excellence, you know, doing their thing, no issues, no problems. You know, and I say Black excellence because you know I'm gonna go. You know where I'm going with it, right?
Right.
Black excellence. So let me tell everybody, anybody who's watching or will be watching. Last night, because I don't watch the Oscars, and it's not because I'm boycotting the Oscars. I'm just, you know, I have yet to receive an award for working 65 hours a fucking week. Trying, you know, pay the cable bill. So there's no need to be watching the Oscars.
Slavery is real.
Yeah, I woke up and I had to use the restroom. And I don't, you know, when you go to the restroom, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you take your cell phone with you. I clicked on my phone. Of course, I go to Facebook because that's my news. That's where I get my information, my world news. And I see the post with Will Smith, Will Smith and Chris Rock, and I click on it and I watch it, and I get off it and I immediately text PRS1. It's like fucking 1:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, are you up, dude?
I'm glad he texted you, sir.
Are you up?
Yeah, he responded, but I was so busy watching everybody's clip because the first clip I saw was an international clip, and the international clip doesn't bleep anything.
Okay.
So I got to see and hear everything. As y'all know, the thing since like 14 or 15 with the Oscars is it's not Black enough.
Mm-hmm.
In 2016 and in 2016, that's when everybody was boycotting. Two of the biggest people who boycotted, if you remember, was Will Smith and Jada Pinkett.
Right. Absolutely.
And that night, Chris Rock made a joke on Jada Pinkett.
Yep.
Okay. So getting cracked on is not it's not unfamiliar. But last night for the Oscars, it was Black. The guy who orchestrated everything, put it together, was Black.
Mm-hmm.
You had Black actors and actresses. It was Black. It wasn't, you know, North Avenue Black for those who are from Baltimore, but it was Blacker than it has been.
Right.
You know. But before I say anything, Savvy, when you saw the video, what did you think?
I was taken back. Like, you guys, when I woke up this morning to get ready for work, I grabbed my phone. First, after I, you know, praise God, but I grabbed my phone. I don't know what that is. Why do we grab our phone and go to the bathroom? I don't get that. But and I'm sitting there, you know, getting my mind together to get ready to get in the shower, and I'm going through it, and I seen it, and I kept watching it. Like, was this real? Like, I'm waiting for somebody to say, you know, make a joke and laugh about it. But I'm like, really, sir? Like, I understand that you want to protect your wife, but you gotta go up there and slap a brother? Like, you couldn't check him in the back or something? But, you know, I do have mixed feelings because sometimes, you know, you gotta let people know. Like, you know, you just can't be disrespecting my woman in public. You know, so like, yeah, you might get the hand, you know. So I have mixed emotions, and sometimes I'm like on this fence and I'm just like, well, and then I was just going back to what we were talking about earlier about with Chris Rock, and people were saying that he might not have known that she was going through her issue, and I'm like, he must be living under a rock if he didn't know that.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's
we knew. You know, we knew. So, you know what I'm saying? PRS1, how about you? I know you full of
After I saw this slap, the first thing came out of my mouth was, damn, everybody hates Chris.
Absolutely.
But it's one of those things where I thought it was part of the skit. I thought something about it, and then I rewatched it again, and it was Jada's facial expression, and I think that's what took Will to that point as well, because he was laughing at first, and then he might have looked over at Jada when he saw she didn't take it well. He had to get up there, King Richard style,
Yeah.
walk over there and take care. Take her name out your mouth. I'm gonna smack the shit out you. And that's exactly what he did. He smacked the shit out of her.
The actress that was sitting next to her, I can't remember her name, but
Yes.
did y'all see her face?
Yeah, she needed a best supporting actress role. For,
Yes. Yes, because
yeah, award for the best
I think a
supporting
lot
actress.
of them thought it was. I think a lot of them thought it was a skit
Yeah.
until. Hey,
Well,
Mr.
hello,
Trey.
Ms. Bertrand. Thanks for joining in on our feed.
You know, I think a lot of people thought it was a skit until Will sat down,
Yes.
or when Chris Rock, because the Oscars, you know, all that cursing, the profanity, like he was like, "Wow, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me." Like, you don't say shit at the Oscars.
Nope.
And then it got real.
And then Will took it to the other level.
Yeah.
He didn't even say fucking mouth. Motherfucking mouth.
Man.
He gave him the whole Philly MF.
So I'm gonna be honest. So last night I felt one way. And I'm gonna tell you what's crazy. I woke up to use the bathroom at 1:30. And after I saw it, I couldn't go back to sleep. I was up because it was something that just weighed on me emotionally as a man.
I know, and it lit up social media.
Yeah, and this is different. This isn't like the Biggie and Tupac beef and them getting shot and killed, and you know, this isn't rappers talking about smacking the shit out of each other. This isn't Nas and Jay-Z beefing, Cash Money and No Limit. You know, Chris Rock is well respected in the in Hollywood and the black community because we've seen him come from the bottom playing Pookie in New Jack City to be this respected individual who I think this is his second or third time hosting the Oscars. And Will Smith is this corny ass rapper who has made it and has been doing movies since like 92, 93 and is it is like the top 3 A-listers in Hollywood and has been since 96, Independence. So I felt a lot of emotions. Hey, what's up? I felt a lot of emotions.
So that flat was really for Jada.
Hey, I'm gonna get to that too tonight. I'm gonna get to that too tonight. Because I think Will should have been 2 for 2 and not 1 for 1, to be honest. But I went to bed and when I woke up, I felt a whole bunch of different emotions. You know, Ben, yeah, he was a trooper, all right.
Yeah.
He was a trooper, and that's another thing. But I'm gonna be honest with you. People say if it wasn't Chris Rock, would he have done it? Yes. Because I don't believe Will Smith, when he went on that stage, saw Chris Rock.
No.
That man, the last, we all know that they have an open marriage. We know this. Everybody know that. But the last 2 years, their life has been on total display for everyone. For everyone. And I don't care what anyone say, Will has been the brunt of all the jokes, all the memes, all the criticism, everything. And rightfully so. And you know why? Because he is the man in that marriage. He is the one in the front. Okay? He is the king. She is the queen. And for 2 years, we clowned him. We clowned him for all of that shit that was going on. And last night,
he was done.
Will Smith from Independence Day, when he punched and knocked the alien out, came back.
Yes, he did.
He came back. And I was proud of him.
He smacked him for all of what social media has said and everything. It was a accumulated smack.
Somebody
it wasn't personal. It was meant for everybody.
Somebody on my other live said that Miss Chanel Wells, shout out to her. She's an actress, entrepreneur. She said it was a solid disrespectful joke. She said that she felt like that was joke that he made was disrespectful.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I,
It's to the point where okay, you could joke if she had cut her hair in that, like there was a hairstyle, I could understand it being a joke. But you making fun of somebody's medical condition, that's borderline something there. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got one for you. I got one for both of y'all. I got one for both of y'all because it just came to me. It is a medical condition, right? It's alopecia.
Mm-hmm.
Jada looked marvelous last night.
Yes, she did.
Jada looked marvelous with her bald
She
head
did.
when she did it like 5 or 6 months ago. Jada looked marvelous, right? How many comedians clowned Richard Pryor when he caught on fire from getting high? How many comedians clowned Michael Jackson on stages like that with them in the audience? Okay? And everybody laughed. Because at the end of the day, they are entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody in that room, except for a few, are entertainers. And giving jokes and getting jokes. Jokes are not funny unless it's disrespectful. They are the best ones because everybody in the room is probably thinking it, and it takes just one person to say it. But so those jokes have always been made. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Was it? It was. I don't think it was in bad taste because it was Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? That's Chris Rock. You know, comedians hosting the Oscars, they say things.
I just think it was that point where Will had so much on his plate. He was going through so much. It was at the end of it. You know what I mean? He
But
had
I'm
it's
gonna
the
tell you this.
straw that broke the camel's back. That's what it
Right,
was.
but my thing is, what confused me about the situation was he was laughing at first, and I get that
Right.
she had a facial expression or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
but
because
I
it was
was
funny.
like, right, because it was funny.
It
So my
was
thing
funny,
is,
and Will being a
when
comedian
when
himself.
did you when
Yep.
did you feel after you laughed at it? I guess it's like when somebody fall, you laugh at them, but then you ask them if they okay, you pick them up.
And when
Maybe
you
that's
see
what
that
it
they're
was.
hurt,
'Cause I was
that's when you
confused. I'm
take it
like, but you were
seriously.
just
Right.
laughing.
Yep.
Well, you know, a little while back, Jada accused Will of not defending her
Mm-hmm.
aunt.
Yep.
And Will laugh, and because I can imagine you sitting there. This is your night. Everybody, you're going for your second award, if I'm not mistaken, for this movie. He's feeling good because I think everybody knew Will was winning tonight. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Right.
so
Right.
this is his moment. This is his night. Chris Rock is up there. That's my dude. You know what I mean? He's cracking jokes. Oh my God, he cracked one on Jada because she, the bald head. And I look over. Will Smith look over, and he sees Jada's face.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you, and I'm just guessing because I ain't speak to the man, but as a man, he looked at her and probably felt like, "Are you fucking serious? Is this going to be something you hold against me at the fucking red table if I don't do something, if I don't say
Mm-hmm.
something? God damn, this is supposed to be my fucking night, and you can't take a fucking joke about the haircut you fucking have inside of him." And he didn't say it. He, instead of saying it, all that shit that he went through with that young boy beating up his wife's pelvis last summer. What did she do last summer? She talked about his sex drive and how they've been married so long and it ain't the same. She ain't into it. All that shit. And on his greatest night of achievement, he looks, see her face screwed up. She can't handle the joke. And if I don't do something, no matter if I win this fucking Oscar, sometime this week at that fucking red table,
Mm-hmm.
her mother and my punk ass daughter are
Not
going
the
to be discussing. I was so busy into me because it was about my night. It was about me and that Oscar, and that's more important. He felt like he had to get up. And I'm going to tell you, people say, oh, it was classless. It would have been classless if Will got up there and straight brawl. If you anything of
Mm-hmm.
a gentleman, then you know what a gentleman smack is. That was a gentleman smack.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, that was a gentleman smack. That was a fucking warning, not just to whoever was in
Right, you
front
could
of
have
him.
punched him if you wanted to.
Yeah,
Right.
like I said, he didn't see Chris Rock. He didn't see Chris Rock. It wasn't Chris Rock he was smacking.
Nope.
He was smacking August. He was smacking Jada. He was smacking Jaden. He was smacking his daughter, her mother, everybody who sat at that fucking red table and have discussed his shortcomings. Yeah, he smacked the shit out of frustration, hurt, disappointment.
I seen him on an interview. The interview might have been a little older, but I saw him on an interview, and I can't remember who was interviewing him, but they brung that up, and he corrected. He like stopped the person in his track and was like, "No, my wife didn't cheat on me." And he said, she was like, "Your wife didn't cheat on you?" He was like, "No, my wife did not cheat on me." So the thing about it is, a lot of us think, when that incident was going on with August, they even said so many times that they were separated at the time. They had said it many times, but we don't hear that. All we hear is Jada got smashed by August. And that could be part of the frustration, because he's like, we have said that me and this woman was at a point in our life that we wasn't together at that time. But only thing that y'all hear and all y'all see is this woman cheated on me, know. And when he was doing the interview with the lady, like I said, he kind of stopped and was like, "No, Jada did not cheat on me." And she repeated it, and he said it again. And then the skit went off. It was like, it wasn't really long. And I'm saying, like, he just felt like every time he turned around, and I'm not saying that Will Smith is a clean person. You see what I'm saying? He got his stuff going on. The only thing, it just wasn't brought to the forefront. It's not embarrassing anybody. The man probably embarrassed, And last night was just like, look, I'm done. And I'm sorry, like you said, that was a little punk slap, because anybody else would have knocked his ass out. Sorry about cursing.
It's Chris Rock. Chris Rock is not going to whoop your ass. All right. So yeah, it was a gentleman smack. And even though he's not going to charges Mark words, Chris Rock is not going to let this slide. I see revenge. Let me tell you something. I guarantee you, Chris Rock lawyer called Will Smith's lawyer this morning.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to blame a black woman for his actions? I'm glad you asked that, because I got to take my fucking hat off. You're going to see the shine.
Oh shit.
So before I do that, we got somebody with an interesting name.
That's Mr. J.
Oh, what's up, Mr. J? Why is everybody talking about this? Just like Kanye, other celebrities, etc. Don't matter or affect us in any way. They don't care about us. We shouldn't even entertain them. Mr. J, that's kind of like saying there's a whole lot of people that selling houses. Why do we support you? You can buy a house from anybody. That's what we do. We talk about people. We talk about things that interest us, things that's going to get us through our day, possibly like you selling houses. That's what we do as humans. I'm sure you talked about an old girlfriend who didn't give you any top, but gave your homeboy top. So,
okay, I'm glad I don't know this guy y'all talking to.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Who is it?
Mr. J, our real estate guy.
Oh, oh my God, he's a sweetheart. Leave that man alone.
No, so look.
Hey, so I figured this is going to be what it's going to be like at the red table tomorrow. You're right.
And
you can't just. Oh, are you all right? How did
it's going to be real at the red table.
God damn.
Oh, why the babies though?
Fuck them kids.
And she minded her business.
Righto. What's going on here?
Oh, sir, I'm arrested. Oh.
There you go. Smack them up.
Oh.
Not to pull on.
He even smacked the cat.
Hey, so I want to answer that young lady question.
Yeah.
So for 2 years, we'll just talk about the last 2 years. Jada Pinkett had never once defended her husband in anything. And all she does is cry victim. She dragged his ass to the red table and cried victim, made excuses for her actions, and blamed him for not defending her. I'm gonna tell you what I would have liked to have seen last night. First of all, I don't want to see two special gentlemen in an altercation like that anyway, let alone the Oscars. But when he stood up, why didn't Jada defend her husband by grabbing his wrist and saying, "Not here, baby. This isn't the time. This is your night.
Yeah.
We'll deal with this later."
Sit the fuck down.
Jada is not someone and has not been that person to defend Will. Even with the Tupac bullshit, Jada has never defended Will. She always leaves responsibility at Will's feet. She has. And if I'm going to defend, first of all, let me tell people say, "Oh, Will was wrong and he shouldn't have done it." Let me tell you something. I don't care what my wife do. I don't care what she does, right or wrong. I'm not going to let anyone disrespect her, even when she's wrong. Now, when she and I get home, we'll talk about it.
Right.
But nah, you're not disrespecting my wife. Will did the right thing. He's a king. He is a king. And see, when people use king and queen, they them two together. That's her king. That's his queen. You're not just a king and queen to one another. You are a king and queen of your household. Your children look up to you.
She might be an asshole, but she's my asshole.
Exactly. And that's what it is. At the end of the day, you wear that crown. If it's tilted, you fix it. And if you can't fix it, your fucking spouse fix it. I ain't talking about no boyfriend, girlfriend shit. I ain't talking about playing house.
Right.
I'm talking about your wife.
Right.
Or whatever it is, your household. Husband, wife, whatever.
Because if she fucks up, we fucked up.
Exactly. Now, when we get in the house, we'll talk about it. Will did the right thing. But Jada has never had that man's back. She missed her opportunity to defend him on the most important night of his career. And that should be addressed. I don't think it is going to be addressed by Will, but it should be addressed. And that's what should be talked about.
Well, they did say something about him apologizing. I don't know if I had enough.
Yeah, he apologized, but he didn't apologize to Chris.
Fuck no. He ain't apologized.
No, I think he did. Yeah, he didn't apologize to Chris, but I think he apologized to Kat. Do I have the apology?
He apologized to
on Chris Rock backstage, and I said, "Don't say nothing about my family." I said, "Please."
Lady on fire, killing me.
Let me share something with you probably don't know about me. When I was in 9th grade, a bully named One stole a little bit of my weed. It was regular weed, but it smelled good. But he straight snatched it. All the people there, April, Trevor, Danny looked at me and said, "You gotta do something." This guy was huge, a natural athlete. I said, "No." That feeling I had that day stuck with me, so I had to do this for my family. And I'll do it again.
Do it again, Will.
That's a hell of an apology.
Wait a minute, where do y'all find these things? Like,
social media was lit last night, man. I tell you.
I swear, look, as soon as it happened, people jumped off and started making memes. They couldn't wait. They just could not wait.
Hey, she is her name is Sherelle? Is it Sherelle?
Mm-hmm. Let's call him.
Remember how bad Chris Rock joked O.J. Simpson and his dead wife? You're absolutely right. That's what comedians do. That's what they do. Under review. It ain't gonna be under review for what? Everybody saw what happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? That man, that man.
What is it, playing football?
He shouldn't have handled it on TV, showed he was a nigga, not a black man. You know what? I'm gonna have to disagree with that. He didn't look like a nigga. He didn't look like a nigga. Ain't nobody say anything about him looking like a hood or a thug. He looked like a man who had a black man who should have won his Oscar 20 damn years ago. Should have been nominated for his Oscar 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Should have won one for The Pursuit of Happiness.
Yep.
He looked like a black man that was tired. And unfortunately, his wife was his breaking point. It wasn't Chris Rock. Chris Rock is just a small pawn in this.
Mm-hmm.
But he walked up there, Chris the hey, and he smacked, like I said, a gentleman smack. And he turned around. I ain't never seen anybody about face so perfectly. And he walked off with his hand on his belt.
Yes, he did.
And he sat down. And he like, it's your turn. And all Chris Rock could say was, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. And then he said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And I'm going to tell you right now, that wasn't for Chris Rock. That was for everybody in the media. That was for people like you and I who come on our back Jada on a regular.
Right. She said she heard that slap on her sleep. She woke up.
Like, you know what? That must have been what woke me up. Yep. Because I was asleep.
Chris,
wow.
Chris didn't, I don't think Chris felt the slap till he went backstage.
It was a bitch slap. It was.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
Chris didn't feel that slap till he went backstage. I mean, and this was him backstage.
You smacked me, bitch.
All right,
that was him backstage.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you when Chris Rock felt that smack.
This morning
when he had to make breakfast for his kids. Yeah, because you know they saw that shit on YouTube. They probably watched that shit all night.
Them poor kid. Now, comedians' kids can be cruel because like, Daddy, you gonna watch that new episode of Fresh Prince?
No bullshit. You can't. You gonna run up?
Got some Fresh Prince on his face.
You want to talk shit to me? I'll go get Will.
Right, exactly. Right. Wait a minute, did y'all see where they said, I don't know if she said it or not, but they put a little post on IG saying that Whoopi was saying that is they gonna ask him for his Oscar back? And I'm like, really, Whoopi? Really?
Let me tell you something.
Not right now.
Hey, you never know. They ignorant like that. They might do that.
Look, hey, look, we know who won. It doesn't matter. It's just that's just a trophy. It's that is a thing. He won
a long time ago.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He won.
Right.
He won. And I'm gonna tell you now, all those rich white executives, when they woke up this morning, they probably had an interesting conversation with the wives that they've been cheating on for 25 and 30 years.
Yeah.
Because and so you got some women like, oh, that was wrong, and oh yeah, all that shit, or whatever. You just ain't never had no man stand up for you. You used to a man smacking your ass. That's probably what it is. But you got a lot of women. That's what they want. Not to say they want their man to put their hands on somebody else. Man, women want to feel protected.
Right, absolutely. And to be honest, not saying that what he did was right, but
that's right.
But
that's right.
But we want to feel protected. We want to know that if a situation come up that our husbands or whoever, and it's not even about your husband, it's about the black man in the community and the black woman. Like the black woman is so unprotected, and we get beat down by our own black man.
Right.
So when a black man do stand up, of course it's going to make us feel good, because I ain't trying to get all spiritual, but we as black women period, but black women, we see the God in the black man. That's what captivate us to you guys. So it's like when you're not protecting us like that, we see another side. As a lot of black women like to say, we see the weaker side of you, and then we get another look and started treating you different because of that. So of course we want, it's a lot of women that's all, I don't need a man and all that kind of stuff. I don't know where they get that from. I'm sorry. I know that I'm a strong Black woman, but I would never say I don't need a man in my life. But I want a man that's going to protect me. I don't care how strong I am, and I don't care how strong. I mean, even and I know martial arts and all that, and I can defend myself. I can fight off a man if I want to, but I know how to change a tire. I know how to do all that, but I still want a man there to feel protected.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. And to piggyback off that, let me tell you something. A man want to feel supported and protected at times by his queen.
Mm-hmm.
This world is cruel to Black men. He can slap Chris about a joke, but couldn't man up about the end. So look.
Oh Lord.
So little. Check this out. I came out, because I was researching because I wanted to go home early from work today so I can get ready for this shit. So look, I came across August. I guess he heard the same thing that you said, Mr. Little, and he commented. He's like, "Who said that Will didn't touch me up? Who said that? Will confronted me.
It's just the camera didn't catch it."
Yeah, he said it wasn't for everybody. He said, but Will confronted me about it. So don't think that Will didn't say something to do something, because he did.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but in that sense of it, it's kind of odd because in this case, Jada didn't do anything, but with the August situation, Jada's the one at fault. You know what I mean? They both were at fault. So if anybody should have got touched up, it was both their asses.
Look, you keep your
mad at Jada for disrespecting the marriage at that point.
You keep your hoes in line,
right?
Okay, you keep your hoes in line. As I get older, you know what I'm saying, I there's things about people, you know what I'm saying, like your grandparents, like back in the day things were different. Grandpa may have had 2 families, coming from South Carolina with his wife and kids and getting up to Baltimore and having a new family. You know what I mean? Things happen. And people deal with things differently, and the community deal with things differently. And as we've come of age, of course, this new generation is like, oh hell no, oh no. But the thing is, with this situation, if you have an open marriage, I know damn well they gotta say, yo, as long as that person don't confront me, disrespect me, and embarrass me and us, go ahead. And that's what happened 2 years ago. And Jada didn't take responsibility for that. And that was my whole problem. She brought that man to the red table and dropped the word entanglement. And a day later, August makes a fucking song that is about 20 or 30 million views in 2 weeks.
But you gotta remember, you forgot that he was the one that dropped the bomb on the talk show.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he dropped the bomb, and then Jada brung, Will to the red table. But my thing is, I understand, like, we saying that Jada, but Will didn't have to come to that red table.
Nope.
Will could have been like, you know what? I dealt with that. We dealt with that. We don't need to let the whole world know. And even though that August did what he did, you gotta understand, August is young. He has a young mind. So he's not respecting the situation. So once again, he was the one that brought it out. He should have been the one that was dealt with. But I wouldn't have went to no red table and talked about anything.
Hell no. She would have came to my table. There would have been pool balls out of head. It would have been a pool table. She'd have came to that table. She would have racked them, and we'd have cracked balls until we figured the shit out.
Right.
But you got to remember though, they're entertainers, and this is what they do. And even though that could have been handled in private, yes, they put it out in public. It could have all been was scripted. For as far as I know, there might be truth to it, but at the same time, I feel like it was scripted in a way where it was handled in a way. Why portray it to the world? You know what I mean? Why hang your dirty laundry out everywhere? It's one of those things we have to also keep in mind. Why would you put it out on social media? Why would you push it forward on a TV show? You know what I mean? It's like, one of us having an issue with our spouses or whatever, and we say, you know what? Well, we're gonna do a show on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
I,
Why?
I hate to say it because I don't think Will was the driving force behind it. I believe it was Jada Pinkett.
Yep.
Jada saw an opportunity to make some money for her
Yep.
family, but ultimately for herself.
And
Because
keep that
it
name,
was,
just keep the whole thing relevant. You know, the
yeah,
controversy spurs. What is that? Get you famous. Get you. You know.
yeah. Like, hey, look, we might as well make money off of this. Will
Mm-hmm.
they're going to talk about it? We'll make $20+ million a film.
Right. We're gonna stay
You
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
headlines for a while.
Yeah, Jada ain't done shit since Low Down Dirty Shame.
Right.
Yeah, and she don't have a lot of good movies, so not to me anyway. I never.
So
It's like they always giving her somewhat of the same roles.
Right. And you're right,
yeah,
man, Bertrand. If they have an open marriage, then the entanglement would have had to go on his side as well. You know, he had an entanglement or two.
he did, but
Right.
his hoes stayed in their lane.
Right.
And he had a good looking hoe. It was Harley Quinn.
Yeah, yeah. Like, look, if it's
I was
open,
talking
it's
about
open.
And that was from that movie Focus.
Yeah, if it's open, it's open. As long as they stay in their lane, I am the queen. I am the king.
Mm-hmm.
They are gestures. They are the jokes. They are pawns. They should never come on this side of the table.
They
Never.
the chambermaids.
You know, Little, that's what I'm here for, buddy. But you said some things in the past. I ain't gonna say what room we was in that helped me along the way too, brother. So salute to you too. It's just it should have been handled differently, but I think it. First of all, let's be real. Women control every situation that a man is involved in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? If Will get lost, Jada can help get Will focused. And that's just what any good woman in a relationship, okay? Any good woman in a relationship can help her man refocus, reshape, and get back in the working order. Jada Pinkett has been so comfortable with living off of Will's success.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be honest. She started a rock band. That shit sold like it went dirt. The album, it went fucking dirt. You know, a fucking rock
I
band.
liked it though. It was a little different.
It was different. It was different. It was like kindergarten different. Like, oh, they playing Play-Doh different. You know what I mean?
She tried.
Willow had a great career, or it was starting to be a great career, and wanted to be managed, but didn't want to be managed that way. And Will said he had to pull back because their relationship became strained. But this is what you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So the kids started going to Jada. Jaden got in his feelings. Oh, she did do Girl Trip. Oh yeah,
Yep.
but
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You see how easy she is to forget?
Wasn't you one that peed on everybody? Was it
No,
her?
she wasn't peeing on nobody.
No, what are you talking about, man?
She got stuck on the zip line. She got stuck on the zip line and peed on everybody.
Was
Was
that
it
her?
her?
Or the other girl?
Oh, what?
I thought that was the other one.
Was
The
it
other comedian girl.
Tiffany Haddish?
Yeah, wasn't it Tiffany?
No, I think it was Jada got stuck on
Was it
the
Jada?
zip
Oh, it was
line.
Jada?
You know, but she's easy to forget that she was in it. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not putting all this on Jada because at the end of the day, when God look at your household, God look at who first? He look at the man first.
The head.
He look at the heel first. You know, so it's not all on Jada.
Oh, you're right. You're right, Bertrand. It was Regina
Was
Hall.
Regina, we both was
Ain't
wrong.
nobody could have peed on nobody better than Regina Hall.
You know, so Will has a lot of responsibility in this too. But when we talk about acts like last night, I would have loved to have seen. Let me tell you, can you imagine if they would have had a video footage of Jada grabbing Will's wrist and saying, "Not tonight. We'll get him later." Do you know how powerful that would have been?
Yep.
We still would be talking about it, of course, but that would have been powerful. You know, that would have been incredibly powerful because a lot of couples, especially a lot of black couples, they didn't have that in their household. They didn't see black love at its finest.
You can imagine if The Rock was the one who made that joke.
Did you see the Rock face?
No.
He was like, oh my goodness.
He was shocked. He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest. I think if it would have been it could have been anybody. It could have been a white guy up there. Will Smith, when he looked at her, seen her face broke down, he said, "Oh, God damn it, we're going to the rig table. Fuck this. I'm about to smack this motherfucker."
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, we gotta go to the red table. I gotta give you something to talk about.
Mm-hmm,
Absolutely.
So
And,
you know,
and,
to go to the dead, he should have just came out with a black table and just
yep,
said,
and they need to go. She better go to the red table this week. She needs to.
right. Now there's some
Don't
folks asking about what happened. You know, if Chris was going to press charges, and I think I got this little thing here. Let me see if I can. What the hell? Did it work? Here we go. Y'all see it?
no.
Oh, wait a minute. But anyway, I'll read it. It says LAPD investigates and investigative entities are aware of an incident between the two individuals during the Academy Award program. The incident involved one individual slapping another. The individual involved has declined to file a police report. If the involved party desires a police report at a later date, LAPD will be available to complete an investigative report. So Chris Brown didn't press any charges.
And you know why? You know why it's like that?
I mean, I keep saying Chris Brown, but it's
you know why
Chris Rock.
like that? It's just like when you watch sports,
right?
And athletes start to fight, there's no charges pressed.
Mr. Trent says she don't think he's gonna let it slide.
No. Oh, his lawyer contacted Will's lawyer.
They gonna settle somehow silently with some money.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't take anything under 10 million.
Yeah, you gotta pay me to smack the shit out of me.
Yeah, you want to pay me.
Yeah, I would have been like, you broke his jaw a little bit. It's rattled a little bit. I can't feel it.
Man, he smacked him like he was back in New Jack City.
So look, so you get paid to do the Oscars. Chris Rock get paid handsomely for these Netflix shows.
Yeah.
He can easily get $100 million out of Will Smith.
Yeah, I mean, fighters get paid to get smacked too. So hey.
But we've been talking about Will and Jada pretty much the whole night. I'm gonna take my hat off for this. Salute to Chris Rock for maintaining and keeping his composure.
Yeah,
and being another honorable black king, because he understood where he was at. He understood what time it was.
That's
and he
right.
understood what it could do, not to just him and Will's career, but to other black actors and actresses' career going forward. Salute to Chris Rock for keeping his cool and handling it the way that he did.
And you know what? We talked all night, but I actually have the clip. Let me run the clip, because if anybody didn't know, or you've been living under a rock and haven't seen the smack, this is what happened.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
See your face?
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
You call him Richard.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
Out your fucking mouth.
Wow, dude.
You got a face
it
back
was
there.
A G.I. Jane jump.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay. That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay. Okay.
He had to get himself together.
Yeah, get himself together.
To get himself together.
Do you know how? I mean, it hurt me to see it, but do you know how? Man, Will Smith, he doesn't even curse in his raps. He doesn't curse in his songs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's corny,
right?
You know what I mean? He's somebody that other rappers used to joke in their raps about.
Right.
Jay-Z done joked about Will Smith. Everybody have joked about Will Smith.
Yep.
And for some, it's like that kid that's always been picked on. He finally said, "Fuck it, I'm tired." You know, I'm sure most broke motherfuckers would have pressed charges.
Oh, McCoy got on.
Finally, yep.
I thought he
You
was on
know,
the program.
but that it hurts to see. It hurts to see. Chris Rock, as they say, he understood the assignment.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, he understood the assignment well. Did you hear the speech that Will gave after he won?
I'm gonna be honest. I watched some of it because the crime was, really getting to me. I just couldn't do it. I said I was gonna watch it later, so
Yeah.
I
And
didn't.
then
I
I don't
watched
I don't
it.
have the clip of it. I couldn't get a good clip of it, but in a nutshell, it was basically him saying that he's entered a new chapter in his life, and it was because of this movie that he did the same movie that he got the award for, which is King Richard. He said he was put in a position where he had to protect people that he loved. He was put in a position where he had to now love people, and that spoke volumes to me when I heard that part of it. Even though he was in tears and all that stuff, but he said he was in position, and if you all know Will Smith or followed him, you know he was a Scientologist, and when he said that God has
Yeah,
placed him in a position,
yeah,
I was drawn back for a minute because, dude,
yeah.
you didn't believe in God. You were a Scientologist. You're in Tom
He was
Cruise.
running with Tom Cruise.
Yeah. So when he said that God has put him in a position to protect folks, and I guess it was all of that, saying all of that to say that it opened up a part of him that I guess has never been opened up, and the slap was apparently him protecting I guess Jada, his family, and the people he
Yeah,
loved. It's one of
yeah.
those things where keep my family out of everything. You know what I mean?
Did
Yeah,
you
it was a good movie.
Yeah,
did you
well,
hear the part? So when he was up there and he was crying and he was having a hard time getting himself together, there was a voice that said, "I love you, Will,"
Mm-hmm. And he said,
and
"Thanks, D."
it was Denzel Washington,
Yep. Thanks,
and
D.
he said, "Thanks, D." He said, Denzel told me that at your highest moment, the devil will come for
Yep.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you. And that
God
is so
did that
true.
part.
Right.
That is so true. My aunt said something like that, similar to that to me. I want to say like 3 or 4 years ago. Like it might have been October 18 or 19 when my wife and I and all of our children, we all got baptized together. And after we got baptized, we sat back down in the church. And my aunt Shirley leaned over. She pulled me closer to her, and she said, "He's going to be coming for you. The devil is going to be coming for you. This is thing. He doesn't like this." And it's true. He will come for you at your highest moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I'm sure Will regrets his action. And I'm sure there's some of them side of him that's like, but he's human. And I think that's another thing that uh, us, the
Right.
media, need to understand. Because we sit here and we talk about these things and it's for entertainment, but there's a lot of people that when the cameras go off, they go home and they beat their kids, they beat their wives, they beat their husband. They do a lot of heinous acts when that
Yeah.
camera ain't on them. So
Yeah.
nobody is perfect. No one is perfect. But salute. I pray that the Smith family and the Rock family can get past this. I think it would be a great teaching moment if, for whatever reason, Chris Rock doesn't sue him, and
Well,
them
I
two
don't
brothers
know.
sit down and
I
talk.
don't know if he'll get sued because if you look at from every clip I've seen, there wasn't any clip of anybody consoling Chris.
Yeah, I was saying that.
Everybody, because I think everybody understood or knows Will or respects Will Smith so much that they know he was totally out of his element. That's not Will Smith, and everybody tried to calm him down. You know what I mean? Like you
But
ended up in the area.
PRS1, come on now, you a guy. You know,
I
Chris Rock
understand.
went backstage, and a whole bunch of dudes went, dude, I salute you, because I would have whooped his motherfucking ass. Dude,
Right.
you
But they never showed that though.
Shit out of him. Sue
Right.
him. Sue him.
Everybody stepped up. Even Puff Daddy. I mean, P. Diddy. I gotta say P. Diddy. He no longer goes by Puff Daddy. But P. Diddy did a short live or a short reel in his limo on the way back home, and he was like, "Hey, my boy Chris had to take a chin note tonight," and that's what he said. He said, but basically he understood Will, and basically he understood why Chris had to take the chin note, and basically it was like they understood that it wasn't Chris, that it was basically it was everything, and I think Chris understands that. He wouldn't have liked to been the one that took it, but I think he understands it. I don't know. We'll see in the next couple of days.
What's going to come out of it?
Yeah.
No one likes to be the goat that gets sacrificed. No one likes to be the goat. But I'm gonna tell you, it was a great moment for Chris, and it was a great moment for Will because of the representation. At the end of the day, it's about representation. Even though we were talking about it, and I would have liked to seen it handled differently. Jaden commented on social media, which I don't know why he did, but he was like, "Yeah, that's how we get down in this family." Jaden Smith said this shit. This
icon living.
Like, I mean, come on, like your father's biggest song is probably Miami, or just the two of us are getting jiggy with it. So that's not how you guys get down.
But he the Karate Kid though, Mr. Miyagi,
Yeah,
well, the original Karate Kid.
Yeah, he was, but he was a Karate Kid.
It was like a B2K flick.
But shout out to Chris Rock for taking it, like turning the other cheek, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It takes a big man to
if you're a God-fearing man, that's
it. Later on.
So let me ask y'all a question. If y'all think that it was somebody else up there and Will did that, do y'all think that it would have been a Rumble?
You think like 50 Cent?
Smack me, bitch.
Yeah. It depends on who. It depends on who. But you got to think about this too, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got people who wouldn't even have made that joke.
Right.
It take a lot of balls to say, and it wasn't even a nasty joke.
Right, it wasn't really harsh.
Yeah, it was just a joke, and
Chris
so you got a lot of
corny comedian. He's a corny comedian, so it's like it wasn't even. Dave Chappelle would have totally fucked it up. No.
Dave wouldn't have done it. Dave wouldn't have done it. D.L. Hughley would have done it. Yeah.
And I don't know if Kevin Hart would have done it. I don't
know.
No,
I mean, it's just one of those things where you gotta be somebody who has some really great substance in Hollywood and in the community to say that joke.
But you know what? I think I've heard a lot of comedians were saying, you can make the joke. It just the Oscars wasn't the time and the place for it. And you know what I mean? It was a different type of crowd, different type of elegance, different type of respect.
Yeah.
Especially we're giving honor to everybody. We're praising everybody, and here you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Especially if everybody knew Will Smith was going to win tonight or last night. Everybody knew. I don't think I would have made that joke towards Will and Jada. It's just like the couple before Will and Jada. He had a pretty decent joke for them. He should have had a decent joke for Will and Jada too.
Right. Read what Miss Bertrand said, because I agree with her.
She said DL Hughley would have done it, and DL would have also rocked his ass back.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I got DL getting his ass whooped at the Oscars if it would have been him.
He'd have hit him back, but it would have been a rumble.
Yeah, it would have been awful. I'm gonna be honest with you. I listen to DL's talk show. I ain't got DL hitting him back.
Really?
No, I mean
No.
he take too much pride in like DL talk down about your kids that he hire and pay. You know what I mean? Like DL really ain't the type of you know, if he ever see this, I don't really give a fuck one day.
But
DL just ain't that
but you're
dude.
getting smacked on national television though.
Yeah, but you gotta like I said, you gotta understand the assignment.
Right.
You know how much strength it takes it took for Chris Rock to do what he did. Man, he got God inside of him.
Well, at one point too, I think because of where it happened and when it happened, it was one of those things. I think Chris wasn't stunned, first of all, like not from the hit, but stunned, like, did this really happen? You know what I mean?
But
Right.
he took
Shock.
it.
I think he was in
He
shock
took
for a
it.
while.
He
It
took
took
it
him
like
back.
a train.
Right. But he didn't respond because he was what the fuck just happened? Did I just get hit?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
yeah, but he could have.
Like,
But you know, somebody else would have ran off stage or followed behind him. You know what I'm saying?
right.
When people say they see the God in you, you know, people like I don't know what they talking about. You know, yo, if you watch that, even though he's on stage and he's working, watch it. You see the God in Chris Rock because after Will have his moment and say what he say, Chris Rock's continue to do his job.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
You know,
Professionalism.
absolutely.
He stayed professional.
yeah, he got the God in him, man, and that's what you want, and that's what you would like to see in our black men in these streets today. Stop
Right.
going in here and picking these guns up and killing one another. Everything ain't worth fighting.
Smack me, bitch.
Look at this man.
You just gotta you gonna play that all week, right?
You got to.
It
You
just
got
fits
to.
right in, man. It just fits right in.
It does, though. It does.
You got to.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Dave don't give a fuck, but I
No,
don't
but
have.
I don't see him doing the joke again
Yeah,
because of the crowd. You know, I
yeah.
think if it's a roast, it's different.
Dave is
If you're
so
roasting
political.
somebody,
Dave is so political, and I'm gonna tell you right now, Dave Chappelle, and I'm sure Chris Rock knew too that
Mhm.
she's suffering with alopecia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some things you just do. Like
Not touch.
you don't make fun of burn victims.
No, exactly.
I mean, if they got like the physical features are affected by it, that's
Yeah.
why they had no problem with making fun of Michael Jackson, Richard Pryor. They didn't have the physical features to go with the situation. But if they would have showed up, if Richard Pryor would have had, third-degree burns on his body, they wouldn't have made jokes about it. They wouldn't
Yeah.
have made jokes about Michael Jackson in a Pepsi commercial. That's the thing. And Jada looked excellent last night. She
Mhm.
might have alopecia, but damn, she looked good with that little alien ball head and that nice expensive dress.
But see, this is the thing, and I was saying this to somebody earlier, like even though the joke was about G.I. Jane, when you suffer with something like that, like a woman, it's not like your hair coming out because you're wearing wigs or you're putting too much glue. Women know what I'm talking about when we wear
Yeah.
these wigs and stuff, and our hair's pulled. When it's something that you cannot control, like you cannot control that, and
No.
the older you get, it gets worse, and one day you're gonna wake up and make that decision like she had to do. If you notice Jada, she always had a good head of healthy hair,
Mhm.
and that comes out of nowhere. And it's nothing that you can do. I know people got all these remedies, but it's nothing that you can do to bring your hair back. And a lot of women, our hair is our crown, whether
Yeah.
it's short, long, or whatever.
Mhm.
So when we
Mhm.
start losing it, and there's nothing that we can do about it, it's devastating. And we might not say it, but it's devastating. So even though we know that it was a joke and we know that comedians come after us, some things like that is devastating. So when you say it, it's like, wow, like you don't even understand what I might be going through in the inside. And then you say something like that in front of a whole bunch of people where I'm getting on my platform and trying to share it with people, which is probably hard for her to do. Because
Right.
I remember seeing one when she cut her hair and it was a spot across her head, and that's where it starts from. where a spot that you can never grow it back. When it start getting like that means the follicles are dead and it's not ever growing back. And then you gotta imagine the older you get, that your whole head is going to be like that. So that's why I was on the fence, because I understand where she's coming from if she felt that. You know what I mean? I understand that Will looked at her and said, you know what, I'm gonna have to go up there and slap this brother today. I mean, I'm sorry, Chris, you gotta take
one. You gotta take one for the family.
Yeah, you know. So, and then I understand that even though to me it was insensitive, comedians they come for you like that. They just do.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't. And Savvy, I'm glad you mentioned the hair and how important it is, especially for Black women, because about 13, 14 years, didn't Chris Rock do a movie about black hair?
Yes, he did. I'm glad you said that. Yeah.
Right.
So he should have known better. He should have known better.
See, and okay, you can that joke. You could probably do it later on. You know, it was just to me, it was just bad timing. But then you also have to remember too, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was that was that Viliago, what
Vinilago.
Vinilago. I have never heard a comedian, and maybe I just haven't heard one, but I have never heard a comedian joke about his Vililago too much.
No, they
joked about a lot of other things, but that was his medical condition, and nobody
they
really
made fun of the bleaching.
Yes, they make fun of everything else, but his condition.
Yeah,
so in terms of that's a medical condition, and as Sabby is saying, as a woman, your hair is your crown. That's a lot of emotional baggage that's coming with her dealing with that. It's not just the disease. It's also that emotional. She needs that emotional support now from her family.
Absolutely.
And you saw where Willow even, she shaved her head, in to support her mother. So she too is, bald, but it's in support of her mother. She can't whip her hair back and forth no more, but but she did that for, to show her mom support. So, within the family that it's heavy, because I I don't know. I guess it's one of those things, losing your hair. Again, as Abby was saying, it's for a woman, it's crazy. Men, hey, we right. It's not that big of a deal for men.
But I was about to say that, like, men tend to go bald. Like, how do y'all feel? Like, how do y'all deal with it?
I mean, I know some men that feel it. Some men that have an issue with it, so they shave it all off. Some men, like Morocco, love it. Will have that little hold on to what they can.
No,
I feel like that. If you're going bald, I used to always come in. If it's just shave it. Just shave it off, because y'all can pull it off. It don't even matter what kind of head y'all have. Y'all can pull it off. With women, it's like DEFCON. Like, we lose our hair, life is over. Like, life is over.
Yeah.
I want to go back to what's the actress name? She played in Moesha. She Countess Vaughn, and she was having problems with her hairline. But hers came from when wigs and putting the glue in it. But I remember watching her documentary where she was saying that she would stay in the house for months and would not go outside.
Yeah.
Because of her hair. So when you're losing your hair and there's nothing you can do about it, imagine how you feel.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think within a marriage, you're also afraid of your spouse or whoever, and you have to have that reassurance from them. But you also have that feeling, well, he's not going to love me, the way he did. He's not going to see me the way he did before.
Yep.
Initially, that's what, women would probably go through.
Oh, yeah. It's not initially, it will. Like most women will.
Yep. That's right, Miss Bertrand. Here's an emotional journey for the Black woman. I remember when I decided to stop relaxing and go natural because my hair wasn't growing the way I wanted it to. So I big chopped in 2014. Haven't looked back since.
I saw Miss Bertrand in the market last year. Tia, you look fabulous.
Right.
I love your natural hair, and you look fabulous.
And tell me about trying to get rid of my natural hair down here.
It's natural. It just ain't a natural color.
Yeah, hey man.
Y'all, and we are an hour and 11 minutes into the show. So when we started, first of all, everybody who didn't know, Sneak Era was this past weekend. I love you, baby. Sneak Era was the event happened this past weekend. Savvy and her crew, hey, they did an excellent job. Me and PRS1 had a good time.
Right.
I left because hey, I'm a man. I know my limitations. There was no need for me staying there. But it was great to see Black excellence in Baltimore City doing great things. A lot of great talent. Savvy, salute to you once again and your team. It was a beautiful thing. I look forward to many more events.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I stayed a little bit longer, and but I started getting hungry and thirsty, and I didn't want to lose my job. So,
So he
if I
told me it
bought,
wasn't. I thought it was a lady in the back that was selling.
if I bought anything in there, I shit. That piss test would show up, boy. I said, damn.
But I want to really thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, like especially you RL, like everything that I have given since you came to our shift and you found out what I did. You always been there to support. And I really, really want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. If I, forget to say it to you, because that means a lot. Because sometimes people don't even have people to come out. What I do is really dear to me. This is what I want to do for my career. Once I leave Hopkins, this is all I want to do with my life is playing events. And you got to have that support. Most of the time my brother is there. One of our childhood friends, we call him Mambo, but that's not his real name. He always comes to my event, so I have a little support there, and I just want to thank you guys for always, coming out and supporting me.
Absolutely.
No problem. Mikey looking for his credit. You want to know if they like the cupcakes?
Oh yeah, they told Mike. They tore them things up before I turned around. They were gone. I'm like, gee, like, so can a sister at least get one around here? Right. They were like, who are these cupcakes? And next thing I know, they was gone.
Man, them cupcakes are delicious, man.
Hey, they probably was like, ain't got no weed in here? What the hell?
Yeah. You think something say no.
Virgin cupcakes.
Savvy, you got another event coming up.
Yeah.
I have a event coming up June 19th. It's a comedian comedy show. A lady.
Hey, talk to your comedian. Talk to your comedian.
But she wants me to. She want me and the guy that's helping me to add some American acts and stuff. So that's what we're doing right now. I can't. I'm looking forward to that.
Looking for a job.
Huh?
Reach out to Chris Rock.
Oh, probably looking for a job. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to that, and then I'll rebrand Savvy Events. So I'm bringing my brand back out in October on my birthday, or whatever my birthday fall on, but that Saturday or whatever. And I'm planning some good stuff, guys. So yeah, y'all got to come out to this one. It's my rebranding myself, and I got some tricks, because my thing is I like to do things outside of the box, and the only time I can really do that is when I'm doing my own events, because other people be like, slow down, so long, you're doing too much. But when I do stuff for me, I got to go above and beyond. So, and because it's my rebranding, yeah, I got some tricks coming.
Oh shit, she got tricks coming.
Yes, some treats.
Make sure Savage is there, okay?
Oh well, you know what? To be honest, I was going to ask her to perform. Her and another young lady from the show. So
I'm there.
I think I already asked her. I'm not sure. I think we had a conversation already. So
yeah, I will be there.
You know what?
You gonna smack me, bitch?
PRS1, what you got going on, man?
Not much. I mean, still here with the station. Enjoyed the sneaker event, I gotta say. I stayed a little bit longer. I did reach out to some of the artists, and they actually hit me back up. They're asking me to spin some of their music on the station. So I've actually got what's the name? Kimmy A. Sent me a whole album.
Wow.
Radio edits.
Okay.
Upload and drop. I'm just waiting for her to send me the artwork, but she's probably been busy. So just waiting on that. But other than that, so pretty soon I might have some of our local folks on the station spinning.
That's good.
What's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
You gonna smack me, bitch?
Somebody go and take. Can you get your car over and take that approach?
Hey, run that next week too, man. Run that
Right.
next week.
That's gonna have to stay on here, man. I'm gonna get me another one, you know. And I love the the apology.
On Chris Rock back.
Y'all terrible.
Oh. But I want to say thank y'all for watching. Good vibes, you know, and make sure you like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have been deleting the feed off of Facebook, but I've re-uploaded it to Facebook from the YouTube page. We're trying to direct everybody to YouTube, so that way, you know, people could like and subscribe, and then that way we can break this algorithm. We're doing this. We're in season 3, folks, and we still haven't made a penny from this thing yet. So we've been doing this for free because we love doing what we do. So we're grateful that you come out to see us do free shit. So
What is he doing?
he's putting a penny up there. It don't even cost a penny to click the goddamn button. It don't even cost a penny for y'all to click the button. We're gonna have to go hard one of these days. I'm be like, come on, man.
Y'all hit that tender button.
Y'all motherfuckers better.
Oh my God, did he pull up the switchblade?
We got to hold him at ransom and shit. You're getting cut.
Look, you do look like one of them MS-13 motherfuckers.
If y'all
Before
don't
we
like
go-
and subscribe, we're gonna have to smack the shit out y'all.
Right.
You gonna smack me, bitch?
So, DJ, did you get any? Have you finished uploading anything from the show though?
Well, what it is, I did use my son's camera, so he has the footage. I'm still waiting to get our little schedules together to get his footage together. I did a little bit of footage from when I was.
He got the brand new phone. He got the iPhone.
Yeah,
13.
he had the 13. So we used his
Me.
phone, but I had to get with him to get it to download. It wasn't downloading the night there. That the internet was crappy down there in the hood. So
It was.
as soon as I get it together, we're gonna prop that. I'm trying for next week's show.
Okay.
We at least have a little something, little snippet of something to give them.
Okay.
Right. So hopefully we're gonna get that, and we're gonna smack it on there next week.
You gonna smack me, bitch?
See, I told y'all go get that.
Let's hurry up and get off here. Hey, so everybody know, you know, we do our show on Tuesday night.
Right.
I was the one that was anxious. The beautiful part about working with these two individuals, they're flexible. I hit him up at 1:30 in the morning. I hit Savvy up this morning. She was like, "No, I gotta do something. I'm busy. I'm busy. Well, fuck that shit. We got to do this tonight.
Mhm.
We got to talk about these assholes tonight."
Yeah.
So it's always a pleasure. And then PRS1 with the video edits and all the cool stuff. You know, we 3 seasons in. It's just really great working with people you love, brother and sister, and just have a great relationship with them. Hit that button. They got to get paid. I want to see them get paid. You know what I'm saying? They're doing big things. Support them, and you know, let's get them on their way. Thank you again for tuning in. It's 3 years episode. Who knows? But make sure you tune in next week. Gvtv, we out. Peace.
Barry, you can't just. Oh,
Larry.
God,
Oh, are you alright?
get this thing off my. Don't put it next to me.